Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, what's up? My name is Sierra. Welcome to the channel. So as you guys can see by the title for today's video, we are doing an everyday makeup look. So if you want to see how I achieved this natural everyday makeup look, just keep on watching and let's get right into the video. Okay, so first things first is eyebrows, which you guys already know. So on those everyday makeup days, this NYX brow glue is my go-to. This is the tinted one and I get it in the shade, I think it's dark brown. Yep, dark brown, and it gives a very natural, subtle tint, which is exactly what I want. It's also perfect too if you just don't feel like doing a full-blown eyebrow look. So I just take some and just sculpt up my eyebrows how I want to. This is probably my favorite drugstore brow gel. And I don't know the formula of it, it's just, there's nothing like it. It's like a thicker, gluey kind of consistency, and then it has a natural tint in it, and it just looks good to me. I don't know. And I'm just gonna conceal my eyebrows really quick. It's like a step you just cannot skip, especially when your eyebrows aren't done, like mine. And then when I do this, I use 2 different shades for concealer, which I do this regardless of if it's a everyday makeup look or a full beat. But on the top of my eyebrows, I'll use a concealer shade that's as close to my skin shade as possible. And then underneath what I'll do, so I'll use that same concealer shade again, and I'll just lightly carve underneath the front of my eyebrow. And then I'll take a lighter shade of concealer, which I'll be using for the rest of my face, and I'll use that on the arch and tail part of my brow just to give that highlighted effect. Okay, so this is what they look like now. Very natural. They would look a lot better if they were done, but we gonna keep it moving. Now we're gonna get into primer. So primer doesn't really matter in this step, so I'm just gonna use my NYX face glue primer. Oh, I hate that I have this little zit right here. I swear it's like you get one zit and it just, I don't want to say it ruins your whole face, but it's just like, like just go away. Okay, I let the primer sit for a bit so it could get tacky like it's supposed to. Now for foundation, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. This is perfect for those everyday makeup days. If you're someone who wants the coverage, but also want a my skin but better kind of look, this. I love this so much. And then I like to take a beauty blender and blend this out so it just melts right into the skin. So you can see it's not like full coverage because you can still kind of see my zit coming in a little bit, but who cares? I would say this is more of like a medium coverage kind of skin tint, but you could also build it up to if you want something a little bit more full coverage looking. But I like to wear it with just the one layer. I just don't feel like you need a whole lot of this. Gorge. Okay, for bronzer, this Fenty Beauty bronzer, this is in the shade Island Ting. This is the most natural bronzer that I've ever used. And I just take a little bit on an angled brush and just put it on my cheekbones and then on my forehead for now. Not gonna necessarily hit the jawline just yet. Sometimes I put the bronzer on the jawline, sometimes I don't. Usually I don't. It all just depends. But for now, this is all the bronzing that we're doing. Not too much, very gentle. Maybe just a little bit more on this side. Just like that. For blush, I love to use a good cream blush on those everyday makeup days. And this is by Milani. This is in the shade Nude Kiss. And I just like to put this on with my finger, which I say I like it, but I don't because I'm just like, I don't like having my makeup on my fingers. I just don't. But for a cream blush, I feel like this is the best way to apply it. And then just look at that, it just melts and blends right into the skin. And I also really like this shade too because it's just a natural flush, you know, like it's not a super heavy, super pigmented kind of shade, but at the same time, if you want more, you can build it up. But this is really all that I need. I actually forgot how good this blush is. But I'm telling y'all, when it comes to drugstore blushes, Milani is just the way to go. Okay, now for concealer, it's between these two. So this is the Haus Labs concealer. This is newer to my collection, but the formula of this, I feel like it's perfect for every day. But I also really love the NARS concealer. Both of these are perfect for everyday makeup days. These two are my go-to concealers for that. But low-key, I'm gonna use the Haus Labs because it's still kind of like the shiny new toy in my makeup kit. I'm just gonna apply just a little bit. So that's really all that you need. I will say too, and this is more of a personal preference kind of thing, but with the way that the packaging is with this concealer, it's like when you take out the applicator, you don't get a whole lot of product on the applicator. So it comes down to personal preference, but I feel like if you're kind of a natural makeup girly like me, or if you're just starting out and you want to splurge on a good concealer but you kind of don't have a whole lot of control and you're kind of learning where you want your makeup to be placed at and you don't want a whole lot of it, this will probably be ideal for you. Now I'm going to take my little beauty blender. This is just an e.l.f. beauty blender, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. Definitely bright. And then how I always do, I blend the concealer into where the blush is, just so it has that seamless blend. So it just, there's no harsh lines. It's all just blended together. And then just blend in everything else. Now to set the concealer, I'm gonna go in with this One Size Loose Translucent powder. I feel like this is the best loose setting powder of all time. It's my favorite. What I really like about this too is it doesn't make you look super white and pasty. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but when you pick it up, it looks like a lot. But when you get all the excess powder off, it still kind of looks like a lot. But when you press it into the skin, it just blurs. And it didn't make me look extra white. It didn't make me even more bright. It just, I don't know how to explain it. The formula of this is really interesting, but whatever it is, I love it. Because one thing I cannot stand is a super heavy powder. No thank you. I really like this powder too, because even if you were to get a whole lot, like if you are a super powdery kind of girl, you still won't look a mess. Before I forget, I'm gonna contour my nose, and I'm using the same Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I'm just taking an eyeshadow brush, a fluffy one. I'm just giving myself a little makeup nose job, if you will. And then this is the key part right here, taking the beauty blender that you use to blend out your concealer, just to blend out those lines and those harsh edges. Now for powder blush, because we have to set that cream blush, again, another Milani blush. This is in the shade Luminoso. I love this blush shade. It's just so pretty. So cute. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a pressed powder. So I'm debating between these two. I have the Charlotte Tilbury one, and then I have this e.l.f. one. I think because I used the concealer shade that I did, I should go in with a little bit of a darker powder, just because I don't like looking extremely light. And then I'm just placing this all over the face, anywhere else that the face needs to be set. Now I'm gonna set with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Whew. It's like one random wet spot on my chin. Okay, for mascara, I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal mascara. This is in the Paradise Big Deal. This is also a new one to my collection, but I love it. Let me just curl my lashes real quick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this on. And this mascara does a really good job at lifting your eyelashes. Ooh, I just poked myself in the eye. And then what I do with the bottom lashes, I just use whatever residue is left and just lightly brush on the bottom. Okay, now for lips, I'm gonna use my ColourPop lip liner in the shade BFF3. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna use this Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb stick. I feel like these are perfect for every day, especially this shade. This is Blaze Donut. I would say either this shade or Tulip Kiss, perfect for every day. And they smell amazing. Like, it gives that perfect amount of pigment. And then it's a lipstick and a lip gloss in one. So it's not like, oh, I'm putting on this lipstick and now I'm putting this thick lip gloss on top of it. It's like the perfect combination of both. Perfect for every day in my opinion. And then for highlighter, I really like the Sephora Collection. They're called luminizers. It's not this really bright highlighting kind of thing. It just brings a little bit of life back into your face. It's like a very natural kind of highlighter. So it's like you see it, but it's not like so in your face. If you're someone who wants a little bit of highlighter, but not too much, I think you would really like this. The brow bone. Now my face doesn't look so matte and dull. And then I just lock everything in place with a fixing spray. Doesn't really matter which one. I'm just gonna use my little mini MAC Fix Plus because I haven't been showing it a whole lot of love lately. And this is the everyday makeup look. It looks very natural, very skin-like, which is what we're going for. So yeah. And this is the final makeup look. And this is the final everyday makeup look. It's very natural looking. It's looking like my skin, but a little bit more enhanced. It's like I tried, but I didn't have to do too much. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not already. Click the bell so you receive notifications every time that I post. And make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. That username is in the description box down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.